Hi, friends. Hi there. Thanks for playing again today. It's such an honor to be here and sharing this with you and knowing that you're sharing it with me. This is such a blessing. So, today's title or theme is Invitation to Open. Join me in a standing form. And if you need to gather props nearby, I have my yoga block and my couch pillow nearby in case I need to grab something for a prop. Find your belongings and the things that you need that might be useful to you. And then, like I said, join me in mountain pose, standing form. So permission to open. Let's just rest our arms alongside of our body. The palms will face in. The arms, let them be weighted. Just let everything go. We'll close our eyes here. And we're going to arrive in this first pose, our mountain pose, with feeling rather than thinking and knowing and judging. So I want you first to bring your awareness to your feet. Feel your feet. The feet invite us to anchor and ground here. They carry us through so much of our day. They are essentially our roots. And so bringing that awareness down to our base, really exaggerate the grounding, the anchoring of them. Maybe spread the toes out. Maybe slowly, carefully rock forward and back to find your standing form and your base, your balance. Good, and from there, soften through those knees. Activate the thigh muscles. You might envision that you're holding something between those inner legs and hug imaginarily into it. And then you can even bring your hands to your hip flexors and just offer those hips back. So it's a gentle pelvic tilt. And you'll feel the low back engage. And then from there, I just invite you to bring the belly muscles inward. Good. Just take those shoulders back. Open through the chest, through the heart. So this is our invitation right here. Elongate the neck, raise up through the crown of the head, and take a few breaths. Let's rest our awareness at the heart. And let your intention today be to invite the heart to open. Everything that we are going through right now, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, the permission is to feel it all, to invite it all in. And the invitation is to step into it with an open heart. Breathe that in for a few moments. Notice any feelings or sensations that arise. And now bring the palms together in front of the heart. Maybe the thumbs meet the sternum, maybe they don't. Maybe the chin bows, maybe not today. Permission to feel, invitation to open. Big breath in, fill up. Pause at the top and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Release those hands, open the eyes. Let the arms dangle, let the chest be wide and broad. Raise the chin parallel to the floor, spread the hands. Invitation to open even through the palms and the fingers. Flip the palms open, so you're externally rotating those shoulders, and raise the hands up overhead. Float the gaze up overhead. Good. As you exhale, bring the hands together, fold them down through center. 2 more times. Arrive with breath. Exhale through the mouth if you've got some energy to clear. The breath is a really nice heat builder, really nice way to move energy through us. One more time. Good. Release those hands. Open up through the hands and then raise the palms parallel to the shoulders. Yeah, the feet are still really grounded and active. The knees are soft, the thighs are engaged, even the glutes and the core. From here, just roll those shoulders back and down. Spread through those fingers and reach the middle fingers on each hand away from one another. So you've got this really strong base, and then you're extending out of it. Feel those shoulders, breathe into this, maybe even vulnerable position as you give yourself permission to open and feel. One more breath here, take it in. Good, exhale, keep the arms as they are. And inhale, float them up overhead. Bring those palms together. Step the feet together. So you're in this big long line. I'll try to step back so you can see it all. Everything squeezes into midline. So we're hugging in with those legs, bend through the knees. The feet are really steady. Our base is strong and solid. And then we roll, we move those shoulder blades back, and we press the palms into one another. 2 more breaths here. Create a long line from those heels through the fingertips. 1 more. Good. Release the hands. Relax for a moment. And then inhale, stretch arms overhead. And as you exhale, the palms will come down. We'll swan dive forward, bending from the hips and lowering the hands toward the floor. Soften through those knees as much as you need to support yourself. Again, plug in through the feet. Even here, lift and spread those toes out. Create that nice base. I'm still in halfway lift. If you want to bend more forward, do so from the hips. So keep those shoulder blades drawing onto the back plane of the body. Again, the theme is the invitation to open today. So we really want to maintain this open heart. Good. Breathe in 1 more time as you reach those sitting bones, perhaps a little higher. Nice. Come back into a halfway form if you're not, and then we'll move into plank pose. And as we do, again, find your roots through the palms, soften through the elbows. We've been here many times before. Today, we'll invite those heels back and down toward the mat, and then we'll extend the heart through and forward, connecting to the strength of the shoulder blades and just igniting that power in our low belly. That's kind of our center of self, right above the navel here. 1 more beautiful breath in, and then we'll lower our knees, exhale. And we'll connect all the way down to the floor. Really flatten out the tops of the feet if you can, so pressing down evenly through all 10 toenails, and then relax the arms beside the body. So the palms will flip upright. Yeah, nice long arms. Feet are really active. Charge up the glute muscles. Good. From here, lift up through the chest, lift up through the arms. Even reach those hands as high as the shoulders allow up toward your ceiling. Keep your gaze down. We want to create that length in the neck. And we'll pause here for 2 more breaths. The lower body is working really hard. The upper body is just floating open, receiving this opening. 1 more. Good. Exhale. Release the arms and turn one ear to the mat. Invitation to feel. Let the sensations roll through you. Good. Bring the forehead back around to center. Charge up those leg muscles 1 more time. Inhale, lift the heart in the arms. This time, flip the thumbs down and the pinkies up, and then extend those pinky fingers up toward the ceiling. Yet again, those feet are connected. Those glutes and those thighs, those legs are really charged up. You've got 2 more breaths. Permission, invitation to open right here into this heart. And then we're going to keep this heart lifted and open, and we're going to lower our hands beside our shoulders off to the sides of our yoga mat. And we're going to come up onto our fingertips and lift our elbows up. Yeah, so the heart is still lifted, and then I want you to just roll those shoulders back and come up to a nice wide-armed cobra. Feel that opening through the heart. If this is too high for your body, just go to the place that feels right for you. Fire up the legs and the glutes, and then invitation to open, shine the heart through this. 1 more breath. Awesome. Lower back down, release. Slide the hands beside the ribs. Tuck the toes under, and we'll press back to our first downward facing dog. Stretch it all out. Feel that excitement, feel that energy rolling through your body. And even here in down dog, you can still invite yourself to open by softening the heart into the strength of those shoulder blades. The palms are really active and working. The fingers are spread. The calf muscle. And we're going to connect the back foot down to the floor. So I pivoted the back heel down, and I've got a heel to heel alignment, but if that's a little too narrow or too wide, adjust it for yourself. Press into that back foot, particularly the outer pinky edge. So that's going to be really strong. Use your base, use your foundation. Fire up the glute muscles, and that's going to help pull the belly back and up. Awesome. From here, roll open into warrior two. Good. This time again, we're going to flip those palms as we did earlier. So invitation to open. Palms face the ceiling. Shoulders roll back and down the back plane of the body. I want you to just check gently in with your front knee. It oftentimes likes to fall inside of that foot. Just stack it right over that ankle and then drop deeper into it. Pause and breathe. Good. From here, we're going to do reverse warrior, but a little bit differently. So go ahead and float the right fingers overhead, but the left ones, rather than resting on the back leg, they're going to come inside that inner thigh and just reach down toward the floor. They'll still be a little ways away from the floor, but the idea is to try not to use that back leg as support. Plug into that back foot, drop deeper into your front knee, and stretch the right fingers more toward the back of your space. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, come back to open arm warrior two. Feel that energy in the right leg sink deep down into it. Nice. Flip those palms. Release the hands beside the front foot and pivot the back heel up. Step forward. Bow it out. Inhale and lengthen, lifting the heart forward. Exhale and fold. From here, step the feet wide. Shoulder or mat distance apart. And then bend those knees quite a bit. Lift the heart through. So holding here in this gentle squat pose, connect to the belly muscles, root down and rise up overhead, reaching those arms up. Exhale the hands down through center. Good. Two more. Ignite the palms, spread the fingers, work the shoulders, work the breath, feel the body. Invitation to open here through the heart. Good. Exhale and bow again forward. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Drop the hips so you're kind of in this modified squat pose with a big, nice open heart. Exhale, step or float back to plank pose. Yeah, feel free to get a little playful, a little creative. Maybe you're practicing by yourself, so nobody's going to see it. Root down through those heels, extend through that heart, and then knees high or low. Exhale, soften down to the floor. Good. Inhale, just regular cobra here. Curl up. Bottom low body is super active still. Exhale, down dog. You've got it. Move with your rhythm. Move with your breath. 3 nice even ones here. Connect back to it. Beautiful. Left leg steps through as you're ready. Back foot pivots. So just start with this initial foundation, this initial stance. Drop into that front foot and knee connect to the back one. Good. Curl the belly in as the glutes work and then roll into that warrior two. So your belly is facing the long edge of your mat. The palms will open to the ceiling. A little bend in the elbows, but really here we want to move the shoulders back so that chest, that heart gets an opportunity to open and shine bright. Good. Drop deeper into your leg, front leg. Connect more into the back leg. Look over those front fingers, create length through the neck. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and reverse. Right hand just lightly floating inside of that back leg. So no touching it, no resting on it, but both palms are still steady and open. We're curling the belly muscles in and using the glutes to really extend through those left ribs. 2 more. Good. As you exhale, come back to that warrior two. Pause here. Flip the palms and pivot the hands down. Curl the back heel up, step through and forward. Feet parallel, hip distance apart, bend the knees as much as you need. Inhale, lift and lengthen, hands to shins, thighs, or the floor. Exhale and fold, bent elbows. 2 more. Inhale, extend, shine the heart through and open, shoulder blades back. Exhale and fold. Last one. Good. Bring the hands to the thighs, bend the knees a lot, come to chair pose. Inhale the arms up overhead. Yeah. So we're in this hip distance stance still, but I want you to hug in with the shins and the thighs like you're holding something between the knees here. The weight is balanced through the feet and then curl the belly toward the spine. Good. From here, slowly lower the hands parallel to the floor, arms nice and straight, and spread through the palms once again and the fingers. Bring the finger palm energy back into the shoulders and move those arm bones into the back plane of the body. Sink deeper into your chair. From there, extend those arms up overhead and see if you have more of an offering through the heart. Those shoulder blades are really wrapping around that back space of the heart, allowing it to shine bright and full. One more breath, soften through the face. Root down and inhale, rise up, hands together right here to the heart. Lower the hands all the way and just flip the palms open, soften the shoulders, and take 2 breaths into the heart in this mountain pose. Our lower are facing the floor and the tops of the hands are facing the ceiling. Good. Shoulder width apart on the palms, and then again, move those arm bones, the head of the humerus bone, back into the back of the body. Curl in with the belly, and then lift those arms up overhead just as much as they go. This is a lot of work on the shoulders. Really invite that core energy in. Really invite the energy from the hips down to anchor you through. The palms, best you can, face the back of your space, and the thumbs open to the sides. Good. Can you soften those shoulders down just a little bit more? You're working really hard. Take a breath here and find some softness. Nice. As you exhale, lower the hands back down all the way beside the body. Feel that shoulder energy. Hands can be parallel and just let them dangle. Maybe shake or roll that out. Awesome. Inhale, float the arms up any way you'd like. And then as you exhale, we'll take those hands back behind us. Bend in the elbow, so maybe the thumbs draw toward one another. Maybe you just grab onto your shirt and express and open through the heart, or maybe you go for full interlace. Wherever you're working, those legs are soft and steady, the heart shines through, and the belly is still working as well. Really do try to keep a bend in the elbows. That's a much safer movement and opening for both the shoulder and the elbow joints. Good. Shine bright through the heart space. Feel those shoulders really curling onto the back, and breathe one more big breath in. Exhale it through the mouth. Release those hands. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, swan dive forward, bow. Good. Inhale, lengthen and lift right here. Exhale, step it all the way back to plank. Take a breath in plank, and then exhale, lower, surrender to the floor. Inhale, curl open, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, sweetly sweep that right heel up toward the ceiling, and exhale, step forward. Good. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, root to rise. We're coming just to warrior one here. So if this is too much on this back leg or this back knee, just reverse or pivot that back heel up. So no need to compromise any joints here. If this works, press into that back foot as we did before, the pinky edge, and then shift a little deeper into the front leg. Good. Turn the torso more forward, squaring off those hips. Awesome. Once again, we're going to extend those arms out to either side. Palms stay open, and then circle and roll those shoulder blades back. Engage the belly here, and then open that heart just a little bit further. One more breath, and as you inhale, stay deep in your lunge. Reach the palms up overhead, connect them. Sink a little deeper yet. Pull the belly in, breathe. The palms are together over the head, and then exhale. Hinge from that right hip. Palms are still together. We're just going to pause parallel to the floor maybe. Notice what works here for your right hip joint. Press into both feet evenly, charge up the glute muscles, and release the hands inside of that front leg. We're going to wander a little bit toward the left and take the feet parallel. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold facing the long edge of your mat. With the hands just underneath the shoulders and the chest lifting, lift and spread through your toes. Yeah. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Good. Once again from here, so if you need a block or even a pillow, I use a couch pillow all the time, just roll those shoulder blades up and back. Connect to your belly muscles and roll the tailbone down. Good. From here, just bend those elbows out to either side and melt that heart into the support of the shoulder blades. Let go of the head and the neck. Maybe the crown of the head comes near the floor. But ideally, you're still concentrating on that energy behind the heart. So those shoulder blades are working hard to invite that heart to open. Maybe the sit bones can lift up a little higher. The feet stay strong and connected. There's a gentleness through the knees. One more breath here. Inhale and rise back up through the heart. Come to this halfway lift and meander back toward the front of your mat. Pivot the right foot forward. Good. Lift through that back heel and step back to downward facing dog. Steadying out for 3 breaths here. Invitation to open through the heart as you hollow out through the armpits and lift the arm bones up toward the ceiling. Keep a bend in those elbows. Keep strength and ignition in the palms and the fingers. Step the left foot through as you're ready. Curl that back foot down. Press into both feet and sink nice and heavily into the front knee. Good. Curl belly in, charge up glutes, and root to rise. Warrior 1. Arms can reach overhead, palms parallel, shoulder distance apart. Sink deep. So initially find your base, find your form here. Again, if it's too much on that back knee, just pivot that back heel up. No worries. Good. Turn more toward the center, the front of your mat, and sink deeper into that front leg. Awesome. Open those arms out to the sides. So a little bend in the elbows, and those palms are working so hard, it's as if you can catch something in them, maybe a softball or a melon or something like that. So your hands are really open and ready to receive. And from that energy, move the shoulders onto the back. Yeah, so let that heart shine nice and bright. And from here, inhale, stay strong in the legs, arms reach overhead and palms connect. Feel that balance between right and left sides of the body. Feel the warmth of the palms connecting overhead. Pause and soften through the face, but keep length in the neck. Move those shoulders onto the back. Invite the belly energy in and breathe. Good. Release those hands out and open. And then all the way down to the floor as you lengthen through the front leg and pivot both feet parallel. Wide-legged stance facing the other side of your mat, and the feet are parallel and nice and wide. So if you want that exact alignment, just reach those arms out. The ankles will be below the wrists. Good. Sweep the arms out. If they're not, flip the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Connect the palms overhead, drop down through the knees, drop down into the heels, coming into a squat pose. If you need to, turn the feet out, and then melt the arms down inside of the heart. Pause in this horse pose for a moment. Yeah. And then from here, we're going to float through with breath just for a few moments here. We'll inhale and sweep the arms out as we come back to stand. Reach the palms overhead and connect them. Exhale, drop down through the hips and the knees, hands through heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back through center, drop it down. 3 more. Maybe build some speed and some heat. Breathe out through the mouth. Release that energy. Last one. Good. Stay in this nice squat, hands together. Melt the heart gently down toward the earth. Release the palms and start to lift those sit bones up, coming into this wide-legged forward fold. Full release here through the torso. Press deeply into keep the hands just resting below you. And then bend one knee and move toward that direction, stretching out the opposite inner leg. And then go to the other side. Rock back and forth one more time on your pace. Good. Come to center and neutral. Bend through the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Draw those elbows in. Gaze down to the floor and root to rise. Staying in this wide-legged form. Release the hands and open the arms up toward the ceiling. Good. As you exhale, we're going to release those hands back behind our body. Once again, you find the form that works for your shoulders. Maybe it's the interlace. Maybe it's just the thumbs coming together. Maybe you just grab your pants or your shirt, and that's going to help move those shoulders back. Connect to your belly muscles. Bend through your knees, and then go as low as it feels right for you. So maybe the arms lift overhead. Maybe they don't. No worries. Again, the opportunity here is to open through the heart. So the awareness is in the space, the place behind the heart, drawing those shoulder blades back onto the back plane of the body. A little softness through the knees, a lot of length through the neck. Take 2 more breaths. Lower those hands to the floor, float up through the heart, pause and halfway. Pivot the left foot forward, and then walk back around to the front of your mat. Step forward. Feet parallel, hip distance, bow. Root down through chair pose, inhale, rise up. Good. So knees are nice and soft, hips are anchored. Once again, let's lower those palms, those arms, so that they're parallel to the floor. And then really connect to the leg energy. So as if you're holding something between those knees, you feel the inner thighs fire up, you feel the glutes activate, and you feel the belly muscles draw inward. Good. Flip the palms open as we did earlier. This is a big one. Stretch those arms up. They might not come all the way over the shoulders. That's okay. There's nowhere to be here. We're just exploring this openness. Anchor down through the tail to pull the belly muscles in and relieve some of the quadricep energy. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Spread out through those palms, open the thumbs toward the front of your room, and move those shoulders more and more onto the back plane. Good, root down. This is going to feel good. Inhale, rise up, hands to heart. Awesome. Pause in mountain pose. Release the hands, open them forward, and just soften through those shoulders. Close the eyes for 3 breaths. Open through the eyes, extend the arms on an inhale. Exhale the hands together and fold. Flow with your breath rhythm. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale in plank, opening the heart more forward. Exhale, root the heels down. So we're still in our plank form. Good, take 1 more breath in it. Soft elbows, soft gaze. Exhale, lower down. Use that power, use that energy. Good. Inhale, curl open. Shine that radiant heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to move toward wild thing. This is a big one. This is a big opener, but it's a really great invitation to open through the chest and the heart. Try your best to follow my words, and maybe you need to watch it first. It's a big one. So we'll start by just lifting the right foot up. We've been here before. Bend the knee and open to the right. Okay, so we've kind of got those hips stacked. And then I usually invite you to draw that left heel to midline, but this time we're going to pivot onto the left outer edge of that foot. Yeah, so the heel stays down. It's facing the left, and I want you as best you can to root your left, the back one, big toe mound to the floor. Good. Come to the fingertips on the right hand, and then slowly, carefully, start to drop that right foot to the back side of your mat. It might even come off. That right hand has now lifted. It's come off of the mat, and you've got lots of options with it. For now, just reach it up toward the sky. Good. Press into both feet evenly. Lift your hips. I really want you to bring the belly muscles into this to support the low back. So we're still going to curl and offer the belly button toward the spine. Good. You can extend the top fingers forward, or you can bend that elbow and shine the palm on the right hand toward the ceiling. Place a little bend in the left elbow. One more breath here. Open and shine through the heart. Turn open as much as it feels right and safe for your body. Good. Exhale. Release. Come back through to plank, and then slowly press it to downward facing dog. We're going to go right into the second side, and then we'll have a little sweet release afterwards. So as you're ready, left heel lifts. Bend the knee and open to the left. Good. Pivot the back heel down. Connect to that back big toe mound and start to slowly float the left fingers away from the floor as the left back foot roots down to the mat, or off of it rather. Good. Reach the top fingers forward, up, or place a bend in them and curl those shoulders onto the back as you shine that heart forward. Soft bottom elbow. That bottom palm, the right one, that hand is working so hard right now, gripping your mat. Shine and radiate even more. Glute muscles working, ab muscles working, heart shining. Good. Come back to plank pose. Take your time. Lower those knees wide and come to child's. Very nice job. Roll your wrists out. Find your breath. Feel it flowing through you. Sway the hips side to side. Nod the forehead. Take the moment, take the time to nurture yourself and to feel. Good. Curl up to all fours as you're ready. Take your time here. Walk those knees back underneath the hips. Curl the toes under or keep the feet flat, whichever works. And then as you inhale, lengthen here through the side body. And as you exhale, melt the heart into the support of the shoulders. Good. Lift the tail toward the ceiling. Curl the belly button inward toward the spine. And then gaze down toward the floor and just lift the back of the head up. And as you exhale, round the tail down, belly draws in, chest folds, and then the chin drops last. One more time through. Good. Start to flatten the feet if they're not, and rock the hips back. Come to a seated form. Again, if you need to prop up onto something, that's where the handy dandy couch pillow comes into play. Go ahead and sit up for a nice seated twist. Yeah. Bend your left knee. Good. Keep it this time to the inside of your right extended leg, and then with hands around that front shin, just sit up nice and tall. Good. Release the left hand behind you. And with a really light grip to that outer thigh on the right hand, use the back left hand and the core muscles to turn to the left. So you're feeling this twist, but you're doing it more from an organic, authentic place in your lower spine, rather than just using your hand to crank you back into this twist. Your right hand can act as a support, but we just don't want it to be the driving force here. Flex through your right leg, sink deeper into both sit bones, and then elongate the neck as your crown lifts up toward the ceiling. Good. From here, take an inhale, just as we've been doing all along. Shrug those shoulders up and back onto the back of the body. I'm looking to the left just so that you can hopefully hear me, but feel free to float that gaze over the back shoulder. The idea here is to root down through the hips and the sit bones and rise up tall through the spine, shining that heart open. Find another breath. And come back through on an inhale. Take both hands to the shin. Release the right hand and just take one breath in a counter twist. Good. Exhale, come through and around. Release left leg. Bend the right knee. I've got that right foot kind of snuggled right into the inner left thigh, and I'm going to flex that left leg. Good. Sit up tall. Anchor down through those sit bones. Use that right hand, release it behind you, and even without, like, just relax your left hand for now and use that right hand as well as your oblique muscles, those side abs, to turn you to the place that feels good. Good. And then invite your left hand to the outer leg and maybe offer it as just a little bit more supportive, more support. Good. Shine up through the chest, move the shoulders onto the back, length through the neck, and extend the crown of the head up toward the sky. Good. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale to come around. Exhale to counter twist. Good. Inhale, come back around, lengthen both legs. Sit up tall and bow on your exhale, any amount, sliding those hands down the shins. Keep those sit bones nice and grounded. Keep the feet flexed. Perhaps the feet or the hands reach out to the feet if that feels safe for you. But yet again, we want to keep a bend in the elbows and reach that heart through. Open and shine it forward. Good. Soft eyes, soft gaze. Take 3 breaths. Maybe the eyes close. Rise up when you're ready, breathing in. Bend through the knees, and we're going to make our way onto our backs. So go ahead and lie down as you're ready. We will finish today in a formal Shavasana. As you lie to the back, open those arms, extend them nice and wide with the backs of the hands resting on the floor. Open the legs and the feet nice and wide. Close the eyes. Gently press into the backs of the arms and lift the heart, the chest, and move the shoulders a little more deeply onto the back. Good. Lift the head, curl the chin in a little, and you'll find a little more length in the neck as you reset it down. And now relax fully. And let your body be breathed. Friends, thank you again for joining in this practice, for sharing this with me. Stay in your Shavasana as long as it feels good to you. Don't be afraid to take moments in your day to pause and find stillness. I invite you to open alongside me into what is. And I invite you to feel all the energies that are shifting, moving, igniting within and around you as well. Be safe, stay well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here today. Namaste.